Welcome back. Good to see everybody. Tuesday, 1 week off. Voices all the way, basically all the way back now. Good to see everybody. Hope everyone's doing well today. Welcome back to Crypto After Dark. I'm Keith, Professor Keith, regular Keith, just Keith. No BS, just me. Hopefully everyone's ready to look at some charts. Hopefully everybody got a week off and you were excited about the up and now the little bit of down. But let's get into it right now with Crypto After Dark. Hope everyone had an excellent weekend to go with those gains and the extra day you had off on your holiday yesterday. But please, please, please go hit like. They're free. They don't cost anything. If you like the content you see here, please go hit like. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and spread the good word, all right? Share this stream around all over your social media so more people can come watch, more people can see what we do, more people can make more money. That's what we're all about here, helping as many people as we possibly can. So, first things first. I've got Avax pulled up now, so I wanted to jump on this before I talk about the thumbnail, which was fun to make. This is yet another example of not everything always moving with just Bitcoin. While Bitcoin is an excellent marker for things to say, you know, the market's going to go this way, the market's going to go that way based on what Bitcoin is doing, that doesn't hurt to say. The problem comes when you do things like saying, because Bitcoin does this, everything is going to follow it lock and step. That's not true. When you say something to the effect of, it follows Bitcoin to a T. That's not an accurate statement. It's just not an accurate statement. In fact, there's evidence to prove that about half the time, things don't necessarily follow Bitcoin like they should be. So, Avax up 1.5% yesterday, up 1.5%, all while Bitcoin was down 2 consecutive days. While Bitcoin was up a few days before that, Avax went down. Just wanted to highlight this. We'll get back to this in a moment. But first, let's talk about the thumbnail, shall we? The pink line that I have drawn right here. Let me move this out of the way. This pink line that I have drawn right here, it represents $25,000. Why is that so important? Well, a couple streams ago we talked about this, but the weekly 200 moving average, which is the red line that you see when I put the indicators back up on the screen here, that red line right there represents the 200 moving average. Now I'm on a daily chart right now, which is up here on the top. But if I switch to weekly here, I'm going to have to pull up an older chart. This one won't work. I got to go to Bitstamp because it's an older Bitcoin chart. As you see, 200 weekly moving average, playing hardball here. Still hasn't broken. In fact, wicked clean off of it. Now, is this all bad news? No, it's not. Actually, kind of expected this to happen. I was waiting to see what it was going to do when it hit 25,000 here. After we saw it break certain key levels and not fail, we kind of called on to the fact that this thing was going to continue going to the next available position. Next available position was $25,000. That's where the 200 weekly moving average was. We've been saying that since it was $15,000. Didn't expect it to come true as fast as it did. However, it did. So, digging a little deeper here, if you add a little bit more to it, you can kind of see what may or may not happen in the future here. So, I'm going to put the 50 weekly moving average up there, which is this yellow line that you'll see on the screen. There you go. We're also under it as well. You know, we started off the week actually in between the two here, which was right here between the 200 and the 50. We actually started off the week in between those two, which was not bad. It immediately jumped right back out of range. It jumped right back under the 50 moving average and is sitting right there right now, not doing too much. So what do I expect to happen for this week and the next upcoming weeks? Well, this leads me to believe we're making an AEMA run, or we're going to hold still and wait on the AEMA to catch up. That AEMA is at $22,254 at the moment. By the end of the week, that will move up some, likely to 22,500-ish, somewhere around in there, depending on where the price action stops now. If we get some more up, that moving average will be a little higher. If we get more down, well, that moving average will be lower. But that's to come as we see. I said that backwards. That's to see as we go. So that kind of leads me to where I think it'll go. But in the meantime, that means we're going to get sideways and down. Was that a permanent thing? No. In fact, I think that would be a bullish scenario, a continuation of the bullish scenario that we've had happen for the last several weeks. In fact, ever since the beginning of the year, we've hardly got any red in here, honestly speaking. So we look at a daily chart here, and I've zoomed way in so you can kind of see it. We have a shelf here of, take the indicators off for a moment. And I'll just draw a freehand here. Right here, we have a shelf of support. See that? That shelf of support right there is currently hanging on to the price, as you see here, here, and here. It's kind of hit that 3 times or so and held up, which is good. We want to see it continue to do so. So that shelf being what it is, I don't expect it to outright roll over and fail that. That's 23,750. A little higher than the 24,500, or a little lower than 24,500, I said. So you could also say that this wick right here is currently helping the price hold up. I'm just not sure if it can continue to do that. So earlier I said 24,500 was where the 8 EMA weekly is. I also said that may move some. So if this price moves back down some more, that weekly moving average is going to come down some, and you're going to see a potential run back to the local support here again. Now that's not a terrible thing, so long as we make a higher low. Because as you see, as this trend has gone along here, it's made higher highs and higher lows all along the way. And we'll mark them now so you can see them. Here's our low. Here's our high. Here's our higher low. Here's our higher high. Here's our higher low. Here's our higher high. So long as we stay above this low, we're okay. If it makes a low anywhere in here, that's okay. It just can't break below that green line right here. Break below that green line, you're taking a chance on making a lower low. Also, after it makes this lower high, we want to see this price come down, slide around, and make a higher high again. If it can make a higher high again, the trend continues. If it makes a lower high, we are taking a heavy risk on making a lower low, which would then come down here somewhere. So, make a higher low here and then a lower high. That's not great. That starts a downtrend, and we're taking a chance on this price coming down here and doing the same thing again and again and again and again. I don't outright want to see that. While that will give me a good opportunity to sell and rebuy for profits, I don't want to have to do that. I would prefer if it stayed on its trend and stayed on its trajectory. We can draw a trend line to help us out with that. For when do we stop? When do we walk away here? Well, let's draw a trend line and find out, shall we? Pull the trend line kind of like this from the recent start to where it bounced off before. This kind of gives us a gauge on where we say, okay, this thing may not work. This thing may start failing and roll over and quitting. If the price comes down here, gives this trend line here a jog, perfectly fine with me. Okay, you're not always going to get up only. It's not how this works, okay? Not everything always goes up only. We get a trend line jog, great. Furthermore, hit that trend line like we said just there. Then come over here, give me a tap, and run up higher, and let's go up some more. This would give us a third touch on this trend line, and I'll mark that for you as well. Right here's the first one. Right here's the second one. Give me one more over here for a third touch. That's a beautiful confirmation of a trend line if we get 3 touches of it. That's what I kind of want to see happen. I think that would give us the power to propel upward through this 25,000 range that I've got marked right here. And I've got that same trend line drawn. This is just the Binance chart as opposed to the Bitstamp chart. This major trend line, even if this green trend line fails and we have to sell for a while and wait, if that happens, I expect it to run back down to this major trend line that we broke and never fully retested. As you see, that was the major bear line. It's never fully come back and retested that yet. It could make a head and shoulders here, right? This would be the head, shoulder, head, and the neckline. If that happens, we're going to find out. When everything is in an uptrend, we're seeing some charts go ahead and break that shoulder north. And I'm going to show you that now to give you an example of a head and shoulders not playing out, an upward right shoulder being broken, and an uptrend. And I'm going to use Matic to do that. All right. Here is the example given. As you see, you kind of had a head and shoulders forming right here, no matter how you want to shake this. If you say this is the shoulder, and this is the head, and this is the shoulder, which I don't think is fully accurate. I see it more like this: shoulder here, head here, shoulder here. What looked like a sell-off ended up breaking this right shoulder and coming over here and tagging the trend line over and over and over again on the way up. It's kind of what I want to see Bitcoin do. All right, I want to see it hang this trend line right here and not roll over and fail. Matic, given a great run here, even though it's pulled back for the last 5 days, is still above the uptrend line here. So, does this fail? Well, kind of looks like it's not done. It kind of looks like it wants to keep trying. And if that's the case and it wants to keep trying, if it can hold 618, which is about $1.29, also hold this trend line, then we have a chance to run up here towards 786 at $1.88. Last pre-halvening year, which was 2019, we saw coins like Litecoin make exponential moves the year before halvening, and then after halvening continue to go up. Do we see something like Matic do that this time? Well, we're going to find out. Very interesting chart. It's a very interesting look, and I want to see it go farther, honestly. I haven't said hey to everyone, so let's jump over there and do that real fast. I don't care what the community people don't like about that. I'm going to say hey to people because I appreciate people coming to watch. You waste 10 minutes saying hi to everybody. I don't care. What's up, Mullet? Good to see you, brother. Take that, Joker. That's actually Batman smacking Robin. Man, I do remember when Batman, I love those old classic cartoons, bro. Me too. Big Tex, good to see you, brother. Holy rusted metal. Luke Edits, I made you an intro. Well, what are you talking about? I made that. Hi, Professor. I hope you feel better. I'm not feeling too bad, bro. Not feeling too bad. What's going on here? What's up, educated dummy? Unless you made me another intro. That'd be dope. Let me know. All my rowdy fans are coming over tonight. That's Hank Jr. Ghost Guy, good to see you. Manolo, what's up? Dynamis Dean, Danny Deep Pockets, Jeremy Johnson, what's up? Osiris, Bud Wessel, Ron McDonald, what's up? Jag, Big Dex, Papa Nick, good to see you, brother. Don, let's see, what's up? He said, Loot intro is on my channel, by the way. I don't know which channel that is. Merc Bob A47, I think I said that right. What's up? Good to see you, Jeremy Monroe, Miss Kelly Slade, Big Tex. I already said that there. Shep Stacks, what's up? Good to see you, brother. Phil boy me, Bob. Can you look at File and ACH? Yes. File did some amazing work. So let's jump and look at Filecoin record. There's my BTC take. That's why I say what I say. All right, so let's do File and ACH real quick because people ask that. Hi, regular Keith. Good to see you too. regular Dex. Filecoin. Here we go. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Everyone who said yes about Filecoin. While it looked like it was going to fail yesterday, the parabolic move up here continues. It had a big breakout candle right here about 5 days ago. Luckily, I'd already bought a few days before that, so it's all good. Chart has moved up and into my first box here. This yellow box is my first box for targets. It did hit it one time already. I kind of expect this to continue trying. This August 22 area on the left, we've seen as a point of contention for many charts. So for everyone, if you want to go back and look for this August 22 area, for those assets that haven't quite gotten to this area on the chart, you may be able to find some that run up towards that area. There are many, many that have already made it to this area. And as you see, Filecoin is one of them here. So $10.43 is my hopeful area that it gets to here. I'm not certain it's going to get there. And man, I'm feeling some freaking heartburn tonight. I took a heartburn medicine pill, but damn, kind of feel it, man. Sucks. I ate too fast, I think. Next target I see, 1660. And I'm not exactly sure when that comes in. If this wants to make a move like Cocos did, where it blows through and goes to all these fibs at one time, excellent. And I don't want to take profits too soon because I feel like I took profits too quickly on Cocos, and I'm not going to complain. I took my money and made money on it, not going to whine about it, but still, I feel like I might have took it a little too quick. So I want to wait on this. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm gonna leave it be. It's performing well, and while it may slow down and stop, I'm willing to leave it alone because I have many assets and I don't want to freak out over it. I'm going to leave it be and let it try to drive its job here. Let it try to do its thing. While it's doing it, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. So, Filecoin, I'll continue with it here. 1661 is the more major resistance, just at that August 22 area right now. All right, ACH, and I believe I missed ACH. Alchemy, yeah, I missed this one. Yep, there you go. Look at that thing go. Let me see and make sure I got the whole chart here. Let's look at Binance. Yep, more chart here. Let's make sure we got the whole chart. We'll go over to CoinTrader. Alchemy. Dollar. Yeah, there's the whole chart. See, Binance didn't have it all. Is it 39 cents roughly? 40 cents? Yeah, that's roughly pretty much the same. All right. Let's pull a fib on this. This is going to be wrong at first. I got to change the settings. Bear with me here. Every time I log out of the computer and log back on, CoinTrader kicks me all the way back out. It's super frustrating. I get hella annoyed with it. Fibs and log scale. Okay. Yeah, see, here's what I was saying. This would be great if Filecoin did this. This resistance area right here is what Filecoin hasn't even gotten to yet. Where you see Alchemy has gone up and beyond that. Filecoin is way down here at this area, fiddling around with this fib line down here. Now, it's my hope that Filecoin runs up and does the exact same thing that Alchemy did. Now, I can't tell you when or how because as you see, these things are kind of firing off on their own, doing their own thing. I want to see Filecoin run to this exact same level right here that you see this January to April resistance area, and that's exactly where it went to. That's what I want to see Filecoin do. We'll jump back over to Filecoin and look at it here. Remember I said January to April? Well, right here is January to April. Same level for Filecoin that you see that Alchemy already ran to. These are the things that we look for to see if some charts look similar to others, see if some looks look similar to others. That being said, let me jump back to Avax like I was talking about when we started. Same situation, all right? I want you to look at how far up January to April is on this one. All the way at $54. I don't have to be a mathematician to tell you that's 150% up from where we're at. So does that mean Avax is going to do that? Tough call. But look at the August 22 area that's way down here. Way down here. Right around this 382 fib. Right now we're above 236. Let me zoom in a bit here where we can see it. We're above the 236 fib. Have not made it to this August 22 area yet, like many coins have, but expect it. I think it'll get there, which is $30, which is a clean 60% higher than we are now. I'm sorry, 35% higher than we are now, not 60%. I'm an idiot. So, yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, and it's not financial advice. I'm also not a mathematician. I'm just good at charts. I suck at everything else, okay? Charts and air condition work, I got you. Anything else? I'm kind of just average. So, yeah, I expect Avax to get there. And this was a good example, and I'm glad I had it pulled up when I started the stream because this is what I was watching pre-stream, okay? Try to spend a little bit of time with the family before I come in here, but this is the last screen I had open. Take a look at ICP. So I sold for profits here. And as you see, this thing's running in the 236 fib and potentially rolling over and running out of time total on the amount of time it's got on this fib set, if the fib set is perfect. And I don't know that it is necessarily perfect, but as you see, that big bear line worked out impeccably. The way that bear line worked out and broke. You could argue that this maybe needs to be pulled slightly differently. Whatever. I could understand the argument. Same difference though. Look back up here. This April, January to April area is way up here at $17 on ICP. I sold for profit down here. So I may look to get back in this if I have another coin fire off that I can cut some profits on. I'll scale back into ICP. I'd like to see an 8 EMA touch or something like that first. And we got that yesterday. Good point on whoever asked me this in the Discord. Was I going to buy back into this? And I said, no, it was probably time. Looking at the indicators, they're still a little hot. It's still a little hot. So it might have some more creeping to do or crawling to do to the side before it makes another move up. I'm not going to panic here and freak out. It already got to its August area, as you see. Didn't break it, but it got there, which is more than you can say for some tokens. All right. What else? I'm looking through here. That South Carolina barbecue will catch up with you, bro. You ain't kidding. And I'm a sucker for it too. Bill Nye the Science Guy style intro for Professor Keith would be hilarious too. That's pretty good. Instead of saying Bill, it says kill, and it's talking about charts, not people. How about Filecoin? Yes, ma'am. Let's look at that. Someone else brought that up in the Discord, I think yesterday. We don't have that on KuCoin, do we? We'd have it on Binance. We got it on Binance. Does all we have is the USDT chart? Oh, let's just choose the index chart. Shall we? And we shall. All right. So we got a big bear market line here. This thing had a really bad back end of the bull market. It never recovered after that big fall happened on the first leg down on Bitcoin. It never recovered. Because it never recovered, it kind of struggle bust to get where it is now. Let's pull these indicators off. We don't need them right now. Let's pull a fib on it from September area, just about like everything else is. Some of them are a little different, but Filecoin is not special. All right, so it's already hit its 382 level and August area back here. It's already hit and tried to break it twice. Hasn't. However, I will say this. It hasn't failed its trend lines. It's still going up, and as long as it's holding those trend lines, I wouldn't freak out. Still sitting on the 8 and 21 EMA. You just had a golden cross, 50 through the 200. That's all good stuff. I don't like the sell pressure coming on the top here, these big wicks on the top of these candles. That's usually indicative of sell pressure. I don't like seeing that. Other than that, it's all right. Everything else is okay. A potential move up here to this same February resistance level doesn't make complete chaos noise. You've seen other tokens do it. So I think there could be a possibility that this thing runs up here to 0075 or so. That's a decent, fair possibility. We'll see. Don't put your hopes on that. Again, some of them are going to fail from here. Some of them won't recover, and that's up to you to chart and kind of find out. But as it sits, not in a horrible spot. It is retracing, and it looks bad right now because it's starting to kind of roll over and has some sell pressure. Short term may not be the best time ever, but you may get a good opportunity to continue riding higher. And if it got to that level up there, that level from this spot is another 70%. So you can't really get too upset about that. All right. GRT. Yeah, we can look at GRT. Similar situation, already broke August. Already got near the 50 fib up here. This one is screaming hot as compared to most. It's done way more than most. There's our trend line. It may come back and retest that trend line and then get chopped down right here at this same level. Same dotted line right there at that same level where February to April is. We'll see there. Still not technically a sell signal for me. All right. Blitz says, sup, Keith? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Gnome, can I check LRC, loop ring? Yeah, we can look at loop ring. Loop ring right there. Still riding the trend up just like others. Right here's that August area. You see it's up there near it. So it's gotten to that stage. Next stage for it to see is the hold here. Hold above November. Hold on to that. If it falls below that, then it's probably done. Right now it's still above this trend line, so it's still okay technically. Can't go bailing on it just yet for me. March, April area here is a little lower. It might not. Let me get a drink here. Voice still kind of acts up on me sometimes. 83 cents might not get there. It may get hung up here around 65 cents before then. We'll see. It might not even make it to that. 58 cents might be the peak out area on a loop ring, but it's already done really well. So don't take it angrily. It's already done pretty darn good. Let's see. Anchor. Yep, let's look at Anchor real fast. STRNGR. This one went up really violently yesterday. Yep, looks a lot like Filecoin, what Filecoin did. Some people say this went up because of the news. I'll say, then why did everything else that looks just like this not have some kind of wonderful news article to go along with it? That's a total waste of time wondering why. Stop wondering why and ask yourself, when? When do you buy? When do you sell? That's the reasons to look for, not the news. When do you buy? When do you sell based on the chart? So, same situation, August area, above November, great. Let's pull a big fib on this and we can see where our spots are. And I bet you this is near 382 or the 50 fib. Yeah, hey, look at that. All the way up to the 50, all right. Nice. Hit the 50. This area, February, April area just got hit. Can this go farther? Yes, it can. I need to see it break 0.055 and hold it though. If it can do that, we can run up here potentially to 7.5 cents. Okay, that's got to hold 5.5 first. If it can hold 5.5, then we can talk about 7.5, but not until then. It's already done a lot. Bear with it. Some of these are going to start slowing down. Super overbought on the daily. All right. So I'm going to run into the mud here. Thank you, Danny Deep Pockets. He just shared the website. I updated the website today. Here it is. Sorry it's so bright, but there we go. Much more simple website now. Only a few things to click on. Everything pops up and hits you right in the face. It's very simple. Click here to join our Discord. Click here to sign up for LaunchPass, which will reroute you to Discord automatically. And come watch our YouTube content right here. Very, very simple. Not very complicated for anybody to stumble upon and not be able to work with. Do you know some coins that are a bit late with their recovery? Some. That's kind of hard to say though. It's hit and miss, and I don't want to go crazy on some of these and try to give wild predictions because then somebody's just going to complain. So, 1,000% gain then sell, right? Skyview aerial imaging. Hi Keith, would love to get your analysis on Morpheus Network. Morpheus Network has overperformed compared to most, and then we'll look at Blur and we'll be done. I've gotten drawn out here what I think may happen on Morpheus Network. Let me pull up a different chart so we don't have all this crap drawn on it. But Bitrix. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so this is the top of the bear market, of the bull market, where the bear market started. You see it broke a while back. It's been broken for quite a while on the same look as Matic and Binance coin. Doing very well. As long as it continues to do so, I can't say anything negative about it. I needed to hang on to this October, November area here. All right. As I was saying, some of these coins have broken this level, some haven't. August 22, way down here. You're kind of seeing a completely different look on Morpheus, on Binance token, on Matic, and some others that all kind of have this odd look to them. I will say this, while these overperform now, they tend to really get hammered on the backside of this move. It's still not a sell signal. It's still all right. It's still going up for me. I can't say anything negative about it. I can't. I will say that it's overperformed as compared to most. So I don't know that there's still a ton left in the tank here on these. We'll see. I'm not personally in this one. So do your thing though, right? Last one we'll look at is Blur because we're running out of time. Blur. It's freaking hot in here. I got to turn the ceiling fan on. The weather turned here and it turned back hot. All right. So we're continuing to retrace here on Blur. I had some targets drawn out and they've blown clean through. Where do I see this going next? So if we lose this, well, so we got a couple different downtrends going here on Blur. Right, we need to break one of these before I would add to a position or take a leverage position. I got in a really good spot down here. I'm not freaking out about this. It's just a shitter to me. So I'm going to leave it be. I'll have to go down to low time frames even to chart it because there's not enough data there yet. So as long as this 30-minute chart continues to play out fairly accurately, which it is, I'm going to stick with it. Two separate downtrends here. I need to see one of these break before I would scale back into it. No, thank you. Until then. Otherwise, thank you for all being here. I'll get to near and some of these other ones on tomorrow's stream just kind of ran out of time. I can't chart them all at once. Thank you all for coming, though. I appreciate this. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. like we always are. After that, we'll have a Discord question and answer. If you don't get your question answered here, you can get it answered at Discord anytime. Everything that we do here is done in Discord first. We talk about everything there first. 786unlimited.com has our links. Everything's at a discount for the rest of the time until halvening, which will change everything then. Till then, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. I'll leave you with this. Make the best of your days, best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. That's Jay-Z who said that. And lastly, thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to come hang out with me. I appreciate the shit out of it, and thank you all. That's Notorious B.I.G. Sky's the limit. See y'all on the next live stream. Peace.